Welcome to the episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yes, at a hee-haw.
Hee-haw? What?
A roundup, rodeo, a line dance.
I'm letting you go through all the rest of the thesaurus for this one. Hoedown?
Hoedown.
What you meant?
Hee-haw, hoedown. Yeehaw, howdy. Yes, all the above.
Yes. I think it's time for the obligatory. If you're just now finding us, we thank you for finding us.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on all the social media at Husbands Watching or Husbands Watching Housewives, some combination of that. Get us at our website, husbandswatchinghousewives.com. And all that stuff. We're just two gay guys married to each other.
You're going to say like men?
I was about to say we are two men.
Two men.
But we're two husbands married to each other.
Correct.
And we watch Housewives and we talk about it. So thanks for joining us. If this is not your first time, thanks for continuing to listen. I was watching some other stuff on podcasts, and there was people saying like, you should get your listeners involved and like read their comments on the podcast. And I'm like, oh, I guess we could do that. But that just feels so like morning radio DJ to me that I'm just like, I don't know.
We also don't have like we have comments typically on our TikTok. Well, maybe not typically, but like that's where you would normally find them. We don't usually get comments like in Spotify or Apple or whatever. So
our laptop is doing weird things, but we're all good.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing but maybe we should do one episode where we, read some viewer mail.
I would love some viewer mail.
Shoot us an email, husbandswatchinghousewives@gmail.com. I think even Scott at husbandswatchinghousewives.com works.
Oh, okay.
And Jeff, too. But
I forgot about the website.
People would have to know how to spell your name, though.
GEOFF.
At husbandswatchinghousewives.com.
Correct.
So this episode, and then also for those who may not have heard in previous episodes, we did some crossovers with We Wine Whenever and with Bestie Approved. So go check out their podcast, give it a listen. They are both some great podcasts and some funny people.
Yeah, that's where you can find our Miami episode and
our Potomac.
Because we watched the Miami reunion and the Potomac premiere.
Yes. We might do all of our premieres with Bestie Approved. We're going to get that going. I got to get him to send me a copy of that episode so I can put it up on our feed. But
we don't have that.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's all good.
It's okay. We'll get there.
But
before we get into the episode, should we talk about how I was wrong?
Oh, I mean, can you say that? Can you speak that into? Oh, you already are speaking into a microphone.
Into a microphone, yes.
How exactly were you wrong?
So I really thought I had it down with the seating chart for the reunion, but I did not. I was off, not horribly off. I got the positioning right of who's on what couch. Just the positions they were in was incorrect.
I think everyone though got that a little bit wrong. I think Bravo threw people for a loop.
Yes. So if you haven't, basically the seating chart was on one side.
Well, first off, hold on. If you haven't yet, go to our TikTok and watch the video where Jeff is proudly declaring that he got this right. So then later on you can see how he's wrong.
I was so ready to be right, and I had my whole Bobby Adler "I told you so" dance ready.
Yeah.
Told you so. Can't do it now.
Can't do it. But you also get to see our new cat Momo. He's in the video, so he'll probably pop up here during the podcast today.
So scratch that.
Probably to scratch something. He's eating cords right now.
Don't eat cords.
Don't eat cords. But anyway, meanwhile, talk about the reunion seating.
So the seating chart, the actual. Talk about. Oh, I would love that. So basically the seating chart, which was, whatever, that's your choice, Bravo, was to have on one side Tamra, Gina, Heather, and then Katie at the end. And the other side was Jenn, Emily, Shannon, and Gretchen at the end. So I thought that Tamra and Katie would be together, but they were not. And people were quite miffed.
That she's at the end of the couch.
Yes, yeah, more than a myth. They really thought that she would be either front of the couch at the first seat or second seat.
Yeah, no, I agree. She should have been bumped up a little bit more. The only logic I can think of is that she's not around for most of the season, so she may not have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, they wanted to go on the whole Amsterdam trip that's coming up, and she just got pushed out, and it sucks. But so hopefully someone actually compared this to when Drew got the last seat at the last Atlanta reunion, and now she still had a great reunion, probably one of her best. And so maybe this will maybe this, made Katie, fight more.
Right.
Because she really needed to, I think, fight for her position to come back next week. Or next week.
Well,
next year.
Even, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Shannon will start fighting for her position being at the end of the couch?
I don't know if Shannon has a lot of fight in her. I think she really, got it all out last year when she was, first seat and just, so fueled by anger at John and Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if she has it to do so.
Or really even much more storyline going on. Unless...
It makes sense why I thought she would be second seat. It makes sense why she's at, in seat. And it would be in seat because Gretchen, fingers crossed, will not be out there the entire time.
I hope not.
So if Alexis couldn't be, then Gretchen should not be.
Although, that's true. But although if on Miami, they're all out there all the time.
Well, the friends of Miami are a very special case.
That's true.
They're beyond friends, especially Marisol. So
yeah,
the ghost producer of Miami. So yeah. Anyways, that was her choice. I was wrong. Let's move on.
Sorry, that cat. What is he doing? I hear noise metal.
With the mic stand.
Oh, I forgot the mic stand's over there. Okay, all right. Sorry. We promised.
The mic stand, the mic. What do we call that?
Yeah, it's the thing that these things used to be on.
Yeah,
mic stands. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, this episode, where did it start?
Oh, every time it gets me. It was picking up from the party.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically a flash forward and then 24 hours earlier. So basically it was Katie meeting with Tamra.
Can we just get into the Katie meeting with Tamra? I thought there'd be a lot
I thought there'd be more to it. They could have had at least more than one scene.
And it was just a lot of vagueness. I have to imagine that we're going to
refer back to it later. See more text messages.
Yes.
She mentioned, because there's a big text message from Slade to Matt that we really saw a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she mentioned somewhere.
Tamra or Katie?
Katie did, way weeks ago, so we'd see more of that.
Okay.
So that's what I'd like to see, because there's way more that needs to be exposed, I feel, with Gretchen and Slade.
Yeah, I feel if Tamra's whole thing was to go and find out what really happened, I don't feel satisfied that we got that information.
No, because and also too, we see in the flash forward that she's what? They Katie telling her more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that's going to come out. And I think it's just Tamra waiting to use it.
Yeah.
And they'll flash back to the conversation and then she'll drop the bomb in Amsterdam.
See, I mean, it's perfect Tamra.
Yeah. Because mostly the season ends on her trip.
See, I'd much rather it not be a big gotcha moment. I'd much rather it just be no, this is what I found out. And then just have it be kind of a, I'm above it all. But Tamra is going to drop it at the
Tamra
minute.
Knows how to,
be dramatic about it.
Yes, and I think, doing another trip. Because, we see in the trailer, there's a scene where, Gretchen is, freaking out and, crying or attempting to cry because,
Right.
Yeah. So I feel
because the Botox, what you mean, right?
Yes.
The fillers.
I don't want to talk about looks, but there's not a lot of movement, as we saw in that scene we'll get to with the bow.
Her wagon train look.
So look for it's the episode title. It has to be get in your covered wagon.
Yeah.
So back to the Oregon Trail. So we need to see more of that. I think we will. Tamra and Katie, let's get to it.
Do we need to see more of Jenn and Shannon and a dog psychic?
No. Hell to the no, as Sheree would say.
I mean, I thought that psychics were one thing. I mean, between Miami's whole dog brothel and then now we have a dog psychic, I think that the Housewives ideas are running low.
Right.
The activities.
I would like a pet psychic, to know what, but I don't know if I would necessarily believe it.
Well, the same way that I wouldn't necessarily hire a tarot reader myself if I was at a holiday party and there was
I did not like that tarot reader, and he came back for another one of our parties.
Oh, really?
It was just lame.
Oh, yeah.
And I was oh, he's so great. And I'm it was lame. I had to direct him. No.
But
if you know the tarot, you should just be able to say this is happening. You're going to quit your job and find something better.
I'm just saying that if I were at an event with my dogs and there happened to be a pet psychic there, then I'd be all right, this is fun. I don't have to go out of my way. It's no skin off my back to go figure this out, Again,
we're just speaking for the two of us, I believe we're tired of the Shannon shtick. They're like, oh, now you're, you're crept. Oh, gosh.
And I don't know, did they,
oh, gosh.
Did they need to show? I don't need to see the dog poop.
We were
on
eating
TV.
cookies too. I was like, thanks. I'm trying to eat my Milano cookie and I'm seeing this dog crap. Thanks. Bravo. No.
Anytime, Jeff says bravo.
Oh my God. It was too much for like one bag. That's why we don't have dogs.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a litter robot.
Yeah. I think, we should get Litter Robot to sponsor us.
Oh my God. We love Litter Robot.
We've converted so many people to litter robots. I mean, this is not a paid advertisement, but if you are still scooping your litter box, what the hell is wrong with you?
That's so antiquated.
I mean, I know it costs a lot of money, but
it's worth it.
It'll pay itself back.
It literally
so
spins
quickly.
it all and drops in a little basket, and you take it out at the end of the week.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. We had friends who tried not to spend money on it, and they got some other electrical, like, tumbler of cat litter. And all they said is it was like you got poop everywhere. Like, it didn't work. So just save yourself, get the Litter Robot.
It's great.
Litter Robot 4, because Litter Robot 3 is really loud.
You have to get, like, the latest one that's silent.
Ooh, that should be coming soon. I got the litter thing for it.
Explain what it is.
It's an attachment that goes on the back of the litter robot that dispenses litter into the machine so that it never gets too low.
It's called a hopper?
Yeah, just a hopper.
Oh,
yeah.
Love it.
So it's going to be good.
Wait.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Can't wait.
And then on top of that, we might need to buy another one in general because the inside of our litter robot's really torn up, but that's a whole different story. So
what's that? Cars and litter robots. That's what we come here to talk about.
Yeah. I'm wondering... Well, I guess I was about to say, I wonder if they've ever tried to make like a dog litter robot, but dogs don't poop and litter.
No, they don't.
They would just have to have like a yard that turns itself upside down.
Basically, it's like dog is left and then spins. Yeah. And then poops.
But yeah, with us getting this new cat, there's a whole, like, we also realized that, so our old cat Maeve, rest in peace, and our older cat Gabs, they are really good cats. Like, they don't knock stuff off counters, they don't claw at furniture. They are really.
We also were mature cats. Like when we got them, like Maeve was like 7 and Gabs was
2. But so Momo's 1-ish. We don't know exactly, but anyway, he's been clawing at stuff, and he's also a really energetic kitten-like behavior still. So I realized today, and I told Jeff, when we had our Christmas tree, which we always do the day after Thanksgiving, that cat's going to climb right up that fucker, just right up center of it. And he's going to be swatting at, the Christmas balls, all that stuff. It's going to be a pain in the ass.
And we have a lot of lovely ornaments that we do not want broken. Yeah. So we need to like have this anchored and like deter him. There's a cat spray deterrent.
It doesn't work. I mean,
really?
None of that stuff works. My mom used to spray that stuff all over the house to make...
Times have changed. That was like in the 1900s.
Oh, get out of here. I'm going to read your IMDb. So, yeah.
David Bador.
Yes. So, no, that's just the thing. We're spoiled that we had very well-behaved cats. And so that was the other thing, is I've always toyed around with the idea of we should get a dog. But then seeing Shannon Bador pick up a bunch of dog shit makes me like, no, I don't think we want a dog.
And Jen has so many dogs too. Like,
well, it was interesting what she was saying, that some of the dogs were hers, then Ryan had dog, and now that one dog is the one they got together.
And that was the missing piece of the puzzle.
Well, I mean, it's nice that they had something together, because I mean, she moved into his house.
There are a lot of missing pieces of that puzzle.
I mean, I feel like yes, I think that puzzle came missing a few pieces.
A little chipped.
Yeah.
A little broken. A little wilted.
Yeah. So, was there anything else Jen really did this episode other than kiss Gretchen's ass?
Shannon was the one kissing Gretchen's ass.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking as well, talking about the reunion. I mean, I think the only thing Shannon has her way back is to become the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I think.
But it's so, and she thinks she's doing what Tamra did, but Tamra legit had a friendship with Alexis. Mm-hmm. They were in a bad place. They,
Do you want to go check that out? We can go just take a break. I can edit this later. Our cat just jumped down our spiral staircase pretty damn far. So, is he okay? He's fine. Did he land? Did he go all the way down to the first floor? Okay. All right.
Sorry, everybody.
They can't hear you, but it's okay. We have
Sorry.
So we have a spiral staircase up to the loft, which every one of our friends with children comes over here and says, "Dear God, that's a child death trap." our cats, cats like to balance on things and play, acrobat. And he just jumped from our ledge to the spiral staircase. And
I thought he jumped down way further too.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's a gap between the ledge and the spiral staircase that like you could fall and plummet, but he was like, I can do this.
Luckily, cats, just like us, don't want to die. So they survival instincts.
I want to see the video of this because my jaw dropped. And I just like, did I witness that? I've never seen, that's like almost as bad as like Gab's.
When she ran down the Christmas tree?
No, when she like jumped from over here. The Christmas tree was way scary because I saw that happen.
Yeah. I'll get some video of what we're talking about so the listeners the viewers can see.
The spiral staircase.
Why is it different what Shannon's doing? Shannon thought that she's doing the same thing as Tamra, but...
Oh, because like she would just be obviously...
Oh, because
Tamra did not befriend Alexis to hurt Shannon.
Right.
She just like naturally, they became friends, whatever. They're still friends. Mm-hmm. John Jansen and Alexis are still together. It's not all about a plot against Shannon.
Can you believe they got married on a Friday?
Maybe that was the only day they could get the venue. I mean, look, I'm not kind of trying to be bitchy, but like, I don't do a Friday wedding. We do a Friday wedding.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, I know. Not that like they need to save money, but...
I don't know, but like also like a Friday wedding just kind of says to your guests that like, I don't really care if you make it or not. Well, because people have stuff that they need to do on Fridays. They got work and everything. It's like, then they get them off work. It's like, or you're going to expect half your friends to take the entire day off work, like whatever. Like, I guess if they're really your friends and you're getting married, they do it. But it's also her third marriage.
You're right.
Yeah. So I get, and his probably second or third. So
second,
maybe, we felt very strongly, as many people do, about their first wedding. So
true, but it was a big production. Like she had like an actual like Kimosabi like situation as opposed to Emily's. Well, like arts and crafts.
It does seem that like that
cowboy hats.
That apparently there's a market of customized cowboy hats all over.
I want to have a party where there's like. Actually, no, I don't need to do a Western theme. I'm fine with a Western theme. I don't need to do a Western theme. It's up there with flappers now. And like Roaring 20s. Let's find other themes.
Right. So and
like murder mystery.
Have you ever actually done a real murder mystery party?
No.
Like I did one once, I want to say like the year after I graduated high school. I went with Kevin and some people over to a party, and it was actually really fun. However, it's every murder mystery party that I've ever heard of, and this one in particular, the way someone gets murdered is just incredibly unlikely. And like you have to just be like, oh, well, of course, he stepped into the bathroom and there's water on the floor and there's a wire, of course. And there's things that you just have to like make up or assume. It's always implausible. So no one figured out who the hell got murdered or how.
I think we're going down a rabbit hole.
We are, but let's
bring it back. But yeah, in any event, yeah,
Friday weddings.
Friday weddings, Shannon, whatever.
Tamra's actually friends with Alexis. That's
correct. That's the main story. Yes. Yes, the covered wagon scene.
Yeah.
So basically, it's juxtaposing Gretchen meeting with Emily, and then Tamra and Gina and Heather, which I thought was a good scene. But yeah, so basically the Gretchen Emily part of it is just like, amening each other, like, oh, Tamra just can't take criticism. She can't be called out. Da da da. And then it like somehow evolves into like, this is all your fault, says Gretchen to Emily. And then Emily, of course, is like, oh no, Little Miss on the Prairie.
Yeah. Both Gina and Emily are confusing the crap out of me because they're being so wishy-washy about what they're actually like, I guess, how they feel about Tamra.
Right.
Because Gina's over there sitting with Tamra and being all like, oh, I support you and oh.
Gina was like, let's like run her a warm bath,
right?
Brush her hair and say it's okay. But
then turn around and agree with everyone about how Tamra can't be trusted and about how Tamra overreacts and da-da-da-da-da.
Well, the flashback to like Tamra in the bush with Gina, one is hilarious, but two, it's like, she's like, it clicked to me. This is like just like that time when you were in the bush and like you were having a bad year. And, I like the sentiment of you're going through a lot and you're not in your right mind necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you're not at your best.
You're not at your best. Yeah, I shouldn't say your right mind.
Yeah.
You're not at your best. And so like, I don't want to pile on, and I want to be there for you. Even if I disagree with your reactions, I understand that they're not coming from nowhere. Is what I got from what Gina was.
No, absolutely. I mean, she definitely like was practicing that in front of a mirror before she got in the car to meet Tamra. So like
she said it to Travis.
Yeah, she was like, "How's this sound, honey?" And went over it, which is fine if that's clearly what she wants to convey, and she conveyed it well. It's just that I wish she would, I don't know, be more consistent.
She was basically like, I see you spiraling and I want to help. But yes, you're true. Just true. It should be more, I don't know.
I think also, where's that grace in the moment? Like she's giving it to Tamra when Tamra's like all calmed down, but in the moment she's just piling on with everyone else. Is how
in New Orleans when she's like, you should go. But really,
well, even
that was a
cake
bad
party.
Though. Yeah.
So,
but the fact they showed those clips of her, she stayed behind.
True.
To like help out Tamra and like, I want to give you a hug. I appreciated Gina and what she was doing.
True.
But yes, it's a little back and forth with both her and Emily in regards to
right.
Yeah.
And so the Emily side of things, like she's sitting there being all like Tamra this, Tamra's bad, da da da. Like I can't believe that, But then I can't tell, and I think I know the answer. I can't tell where the line gets drawn. Is when Gretchen starts saying that Tamra's making a bigger deal out of it than it is. That's when Emily is like, no, but you're the one who brought this all up. You're the one who's doing it.
Well, that was like at the party. I think the line, it got flipped around when Gretchen said, this is your fault. But like she skipped backwards to, you told Tamra what I said about her in the song. And they started fighting about that.
Is that what she meant?
That's what she was talking about.
Because I think Emily got really, truly pissed off at Gretchen when Gretchen was like, I never brought up any of this. And
but you did.
Yeah. And Emily was like, but you did. I heard you with my own ears.
You had stopped yourself at, she made a song where she sounded like crap. That'd be one thing. But then you segued into, she screwed said guy from said boy band. And, we can call Slade. He'd back me up. And then you like flipped it. No, that was all Slade.
Yeah.
Like you forget there's a camera in front of your face.
Yeah.
The one you've wanted so much for so long to get back on the show.
Yeah.
Remember, it's there. It's capturing everything you're saying.
I really do like Emily when she's, I don't know, I think when she's being
at her breaking point and telling you to go back and getting your covered wagon.
I do like it when Emily gets called out, and she does get really, really sharp and feisty. Like, the last season with Alexis Bellino. Like,
oh, Lord.
What are you even doing here? You're just a friend. That was the best. But then I liked what she said about Gretchen. Like, she go back to your covered wagon, because she did. I mean, that was quite an outfit. And then even Gretchen's explanation of like, I just like girly things. And
well, okay, whatever, ma'am.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just wish that I wish that Emily was a little bit more authentic or consistent with her authenticity. The same way I said about Gina. It's just, she seems to be like, when Tamra's around, she's very pro Tamra. When Tamra's not around, she's very like, Tamra's a problem.
Well, how do you feel then about how Heather reacts, especially in the scene, which I felt was they didn't get anywhere
when she meets Gina and them.
Yeah. She tries to express herself, and Tamra kind of shuts her down, and then they just like stop talking about it.
I feel like, I don't know. I felt like Tamra, even though she shut it down, like heard what Heather was saying of like, I did explain this to you before. You didn't want to hear it. Da da da. And then like, well, you're being condescending, and I think.
I don't know what. Well, that's just Heather's voice.
Yeah. But I think they're going to be fine and in a good place. And I think Gina being there to kind of say, Heather really cares about you. You guys are actually friends. It's also interesting to hear them say, like, you guys are actually friends.
Beyond this reality show.
Right.
But I also understand where Tamra's saying, you said you're afraid of me. You said that you don't trust me. Then why are we even friends? Are we just show friends? Are we real friends?
And I wonder, like, if she were to have the conversation, that's what Shannon did to me. We were friends until I wasn't on the show anymore. And then
it didn't behoove her to be friends with me. then she wasn't.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting to hear.
Yeah.
I feel like we should, while we've mentioned Emily, mention the Innocence Project.
I think it's a great project. I think the stats on that are just horrible.
Absolutely.
And I think doing, what she can to help and raising that money for that man to better himself and help his family, I think that was great. And that they raised the money, and it was actual, sometimes you just throw out like charity and you don't see like where it's going, the money. It's just like, oh, it's for whatever. Mm-hmm. And this was like, no, this is what he needs in order to go to school.
Right.
And I thought that was great.
I feel, we can cut this out if you want to. I feel like a little confused by it because we hear all the time that Emily's very conservative and leans very,
right,
conservative politically, but yet here she is talking about, how the criminal justice system is screwed up and how all these people are innocent, that she said like 4 to 5%, those are statistics of people in jail are there wrongly. And so it just doesn't feel to me like a very conservative sort of talking point to say that the people that are in jail don't belong there. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's very interesting. Yeah. And then also the fact that like, that's not something that if she truly is conservative and votes for a conservative, administration, that's something that they would all be prioritized.
Right. They're going to say, who's in jail belongs in jail. They have that an absolute.
They have that whole thing of like, well, you must have been doing something wrong if you got arrested, that whole thing. So it's just interesting to me that.
No, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, you can't speak in absolutes. Like, not everyone who is in prison deserves to be there.
Right.
Things happen, and evidence gets lost, or it's used against someone who it shouldn't, and it's not so black and white. And
right. The same way conservatism and liberalism isn't all black and white and everything. So I mean, two things can be true at the same time.
But no, it's an interesting point of view.
Yeah.
The
other thing I thought about it when they had the two guys over to her house to kind of talk and get some data points or whatever, it was kind of awkward watching Emily talk. It reminded me of Luann giving those girls makeovers. Wasn't that Luann?
Yeah. How do you know that? That was like season 1.
No. She brought him back like towards the end of Old New York.
Oh,
they did a couple.
I think I'm thinking of like when she met with like the children. And
there was one where it was like
what's
it was like
this?
Underprivileged youth. They need makeovers, and so it was like completely Luann being like.
No, I think it was like in the vein of like women who need they've been homeless.
They were in the shelters. Yeah.
It was Luann.
It was Luann because Lou was just a little oblivious in the way like Luann would talk about it and be like, well, like it was almost like, no, your problems are solved. I gave you a makeover, and it was like, no.
Now you can get a job and like get an apartment. And
I feel like Emily was doing her best to navigate the conversation, but I think there were a few things where she was making it like when she said, knowing that you went through this, like it makes me feel like all my problems are nothing. And
right.
Like, oh, I'm glad it's so inspiring to you, ma'am.
That could have been worded better.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
So it did. It just kind of made me feel like, oh, okay. But again, I mean.
Good on her, though.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, it's a good thing to be involved with.
Yes. So. Which then we get to the whole charity hoedown.
Mm-hmm.
Not a yeehaw, a hoedown.
Yep.
And I'm glad they raised the money, and that wasn't, that was separate from the drama that played out.
What do you like about Gina, like, giving the $5,000 and then, like, when Terry DePro walks up?
That was just hilarious. Like, can a bitch have a moment?
Because that's just a genuine, like, oh, great. He's going to walk up and be like, do the whole Kenya thing. Like, oh, $25,000.
Right. I forgot about that, Kenya.
Because didn't she do that? Just like, oh, how much are we trying to raise? Oh, I'll give that,
It was at someone's, like, party. And,
yeah. Anyway. You're like, the things Scott remembers.
I know. Well, also, we just saw like Terry say like, oh, give $50,000 for the Trevor Project.
Right.
Which also great cause. I'm glad that they showed that. That was good.
Yeah.
Too. But no,
You're right about that, though. That scene with everyone there at the ice cream shop or whatever, or the cookie shop, that could have been filmed whenever.
Well, no, because we saw like a scene later on where Emily and Tamra are talking, and she says, I met with Katie.
Oh,
so it did happen around the same time, because I was like, it seems weird.
I just felt like maybe they threw that in there because they're like, well, this would be a good spot to put Heather's, charitable
right. It's like a charity, but no, it actually happened
around that same time.
Yeah,
So,
it was like all the same week. It was a very busy week for them.
Very.
Yeah.
So yes, the hee-haw hoedown.
Which was going fine, until Gretchen and Slade showed up. Of course, they showed up last. And God,
What?
if Jen and Ryan are like Cowboy, Barbie and Ken, like what are Gretchen and Slade? Like Midge and
Would Skipper and the other Ken?
Like Ken's only named Ken. There's no other names. There was Midge, there was Skipper.
Right.
Skipper. That was where it gave me.
Did you say Skipper?
Skipper.
Hey, Skipper. So yeah,
Succotash.
I'm not a big person on theme parties in general, and then the amount of costume they wore. I liked what Shannon wore to that. I mean, if you're gonna go into it, that's over the top.
I'm sorry, Shannon. Now we can get to it, and she's obsessed with you, Gretchen. No, Tamra is not obsessed with Gretchen. Shannon, stop trying to fit the narrative that it works for you. Just be like, I hate Tamra, and move on. Like this little or the whole we're supposed to act like everything's normal, even though she quit again. Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
because she's one of the stars of the show.
Yeah.
How many times did you walk out?
Yeah. Also, don't act like you haven't gone out like that.
You were all up in Video Village, crying, Shannon. Just stifle.
Keep it quiet.
So yes, everyone's they're trying to mind their business, and then meaning Tamra and Eddie we'll be on the side of the room, and then Jen has to be like, Tamra met with Katie. It was about Slade. Oh, go get her.
None of that made sense to me. I mean, clearly, once more, it's obvious Gretchen was drunk.
Yes,
she drank quite a quite a bit, but yeah. And so she was feeling a little liquid courage and was ready to confront her. But then even all the reasoning of I need to bring, Slade with me. It's first off, Slade is not on the show.
He's not a friend of.
Yeah.
He's your life partner. Yes, he's mic'd. Yes, he's invited to this. But we know that he and Tamra are oil and water. So why are you trying to make this happen?
Besides that, the whole thing... Tamra has no incentive to make right with him. Period. No. He's not part of the show.
She's trying to make right with you, and
right?
You
and this is what you keep doing. So yes. You need to make your relationship with Tamra work, and you need to quit blaming your life partner and quit blaming other people and take accountability for what you're doing, what you're trying to do, and not.
She won't.
Yeah,
she won't. And also, you don't need to all be good because there's no way in hell that Tamra and Eddie and Gretchen and Slade are gonna have a couple's night. Yeah. So it's just as co-workers, you and Tamra have to get along, but you keep messing that up intentionally because you are obsessed with Tamra and you keep wanting to throw these daggers.
Yeah.
And then you're why is
it's a lot of gaslighting of Tamra's behavior. Not that Tamra doesn't have questionable behavior. It's just that it's not. I can't see the way Tamra's acting meshing up with the story that Gretchen is trying to tell.
No.
And it's
in the times that Tamra has reacted to Gretchen, it seemed warranted.
Overreaction still.
Overreaction.
But warranted.
But if someone is saying that I was having an affair and then you're also saying I know so much about you.
Right.
What do you think she's going to do? Be no, please don't, Gretchen. That would not be nice. Oh.
I wonder what would happen if Tamra tried to actually just kind of kill Gretchen with kindness and just be and not in a mocking way, but be you're okay. You're right. I'm a horrible person. I'm very sorry. What? Gretchen would be standing there with her jaw half open. What? Huh?
No, she wrote with that. And now she's mocking me. Now she's not being real. They're not gonna ever win with each other. So they just need to stop. And I think the reason that is as much as there's, I'm sure, BS on both sides. I think Tamra's BS is more rooted in truth than Gretchen's. And so that's why they're never going to work, because Gretchen continues to insist that her truth is the real truth, which it's not. And she's holding on to truth from years and years ago that, no one cares about.
Yeah.
You and Slade are the only ones who care about this beef.
Yeah.
And it's old. It's it's the beef from
Jen cares because she, doesn't have any.
Because it suits her.
Exactly.
Because it suits her narrative. Again, they all belong on the same couch. Good. Good.
You make it seem like one couch is beautiful and the other one's shitty.
No.
You all belong on the same couch.
Not a Wayfair couch. Not a couch you'd find at BravoCon.
But it might have
a ratty old couch.
What do you think about Tamra calling Gretchen trash? Didn't that create problem on another franchise referring to someone as trash?
I feel like there's so many people who've been called trash.
I know, but maybe it was Potomac where Candace called someone trash.
Candace has probably called a lot of people trash.
But I remember one of the times it was a problem, and so like I feel like maybe that was just like at the time, like, you know, the
I'm not going to call names. I just think that they just act horribly, and I don't understand their objective, and they just are going about everything in the wrong way on the show, Gretchen and Slade. So, and they showed their asses by like running after Tamra and saying like, "Run, bitch, run," like a la Forrest Gump. Like, you just looked horrible. You're shouting out this charity event, and you're drunk, and you are the messy one. And then when she flipped out on Emily, wrong person to flip out on, girl.
Yeah.
Like, she'll just swat you like a cat. It just, no.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Gretchen? And I'm shocked that they're all going to end up like on the same group trip, you know?
Without Katie.
Which is so dumb. She wanted to go, but they wouldn't let her go.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
I think
it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. We've talked about everyone.
Talked about the reunion.
Yeah, we talked about how wrong you were about the seating charts.
So,
God, I can't believe I'm married to you.
I'm not changing it. What I have here is like, it should be the correct order.
Yeah.
I'm not changing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many thumbtacks that need to move.
So many thumbtacks. But you know what? If you can't be a star at the front of the couch, you should be a star at the end of the couch.
And Ann B. Davis as Alice. That's how it works.
Right.
It's the and.
Be the and. Be the good and. I love that I showed you that Katie posted that picture of the gutter, and there's like, my home for today, shooting the reunion. Yes, go to the gutter, Katie.
I hope
she did.
I wonder how, well, tastefully to the gutter, you know.
Well, I think, you know, just like, I'm not going to take your crap.
Scorched earth is what it needs to be. It needs to be like, well, if this is my one and only chance to get the truth out there, I'm getting it out there. I'm not holding any punches.
Yeah.
I am going to make sure that like everything that needs to be said is said.
Yes.
I'm into that.
I wonder if they moved her like away from Tamra, so they like, Tamra couldn't be like, you know, whispering things like, no, we can't do that. You know,
that could be.
Like coaching her.
Which,
you know, I hope she flies on her own and she does a great job. I would want her to come back, and, you know, people will be quite upset if she doesn't come back.
I was going to say, like, a lot, just the comments on that Bravo's post about the seating chart, people were so upset that she's at the end of the couch.
And like, people were not having it.
I mean, I never believe people when they're like, if that happens, I'll never watch the show again. Yeah, you're going to watch the show. I mean, there's people this already like, this season's been so bad, I stopped watching. And it's like, yet you're still following on Instagram. Okay.
Or you hate watch. I mean, some people just say like, I get all my information from, because I'm not watching the show, so I get it from Instagram or Reddit, whatever. I believe that.
They should be getting it from husbands watching Housewives.
Just let's do our recap.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch.
Yeah. You don't.
I mean, you should watch.
Yeah.
You know, we want to support.
But if you're not going to watch the show and you just need a quick update, then just save your finger from scrolling and just go to husbandswatchinghousewives.com.
Yeah.
Or wherever you get your podcast.
We give you the non-recap, and you feel like, okay, I got it all.
We go through all the women and make sure you know how we feel about them.
Yes.
And we don't feel good about Gretchen.
I don't. I really don't. I just don't.
So if you had to pick a favorite of the episode, who would you pick?
Favorite person?
Yeah. Who
or an MVP?
Yeah. Who was your MVP of this episode?
I mean, it's always, not always, because sometimes I'm like, girl. But typically it's Tamra. So I think it might seem like, as Gretchen was trying to say, if you're running away from something, that means you're guilty. Oh. No, it means that you're removing yourself from the situation so you don't commit homicide. That's a good thing. That's growth.
Yeah, it's
so I think that leaving the situation with Eddie and just being like, I don't need that. You know, she's not quitting. She didn't say that she didn't quit.
Right.
So I think, you know, for that, you're not quitting.
And it's not like she left the party early. Like, all of the stuff had already happened.
Right.
You know,
I'm sure she donated.
Right.
You know, and she's like, now it's
time to go home. I'm glad they didn't show Eddie flipping the bird in the actual episode.
They just had her talk about it.
Yeah, which didn't make sense. But I'm sure in the extended Peacock version it'll be there or whatever.
Oh, there you go.
So it'll be there for that.
It'll be like double birds.
My MVP, I think, was Emily in this episode.
Oh, Emily's, yeah.
Because again, it gives me hope when she's not totally kissing Gretcher's ass. Like when she's able
I don't think it's ass kissing. I think it's just like I'm getting along with my coworker.
Yeah, but like there's been a lot of times where I think she's kind of swallowed the truth just to let Gretchen get her narrative across, and I'm liking when she like is standing up to her a little bit, even though if she walks out and comes back in 5 minutes later, like we learned in that one scene. So, but
yeah, no, I think she had a strong showing. I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
Well, I think we covered everything. Do we have anything else we want to talk about, or should we talk about it next time?
I think until next time.
All right.